Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to tell you how to get three roses to grow together to form one rose. And oftentimes I'm telling you always to plant 3 or 5 of something, and with roses it is no different, because when you plant 3 of something you give the illusion of a very large rose with a lot of flowers. And let me tell you, 3 roses bloom a dang of a lot more than one rose. So let's get into it. The first thing we have to use is a general rule I always find to be pretty useful. That is, when you plant your roses, let's say we plant one here, we plant one here, and one here. That is a very standard pattern for me. And of course, I would then use a perennial or something, stick a perennial in here, and then I would repeat the other pattern kind of like this down here, where I place another 3 roses. That is a very standard pattern for me, and I will have my front border going here. A very standard pattern for me. And maybe I'll place some perennials here, and I'll place some perennials over here. So very standard pattern. But the thing I often do is I take the height of the rose, the final height. Let's say the height is something like 120 centimeters. Then I divide the height by 2. So if 120 centimeters, I get 60 centimeters. If it's 100 centimeters, I get 50 centimeters. If it's 80, I get 40 centimeters, and so on. What dividing the height by 2 tells me is, it tells me how far apart I have to place these roses for them to grow together. And this is a very useful rule, taking the final height and dividing it by 2. A very useful rule to always use with modern T-hybrid roses for creating that effect, because it works so well, that rule, as long as you get the height right from the rose breeders, which is not always a given. A lot of rose breeders can actually write the wrong height on the plants. Particularly Austin roses. You know, Austin roses, they have a thing of just writing 120 centimeters on everything. So if Austin gives you a height that says 120 centimeters, alarm bells should go off. A red flag should be waving, and you should really be looking up that rose on Help Me Find. I cannot stress that enough. Austin writes 120 centimeters on so many roses, and it is not always true. Just a word of caution. But let's say that our roses down here in the corner is 120 centimeters tall. That means we need 60 centimeters in between as spacing here to create this effect where they grow together. Let's just clean everything out here and start anew. So you know your final height, let's say 120 centimeters. We got, if I can write here, 120 centimeters. That means that these 3 roses we got spaced out here, that they need to be 60 centimeters between them. And the final height, I apologize, the drawing here is very hard to draw in this program with a mouse cursor at least. But yeah, then you want this 60 centimeters down here in between the roses. That is part 1, dividing the height by 2 and spacing them out like this. And now I'll show you another trick. You need to prune them a very special way. So we got 1 rose here, we have another rose here, and we have a last rose here. What you want to do now when you're pruning these roses is you want to imagine a circle that goes through all the roses. You want to imagine a circle. And when you're pruning these roses, you want to keep this circle in mind. So that means when you're pruning down here in the corner here with this rose right here, you want to imagine the circle as you're pruning this rose. What does that mean? That means when you come down to this branch down here, you want to imagine an outward facing bud. And you want to prune to that outward facing bud so it corresponds to the edge of the circle. So I would look down at this rose down here. I'll look at outward facing buds that kind of follows the circle. And when you go over to the other rows over in the corner here, in the other corner, I would also imagine outward facing buds and prune to these outward facing buds. And the same with the rows up top here, I would look for these outward facing buds that head in the right direction. And of course, you will keep some inward facing buds, kind of letting them grow together inside here. Right, so that is how you would do it. You would imagine this circle and you would prune everything to make this circle whole when you're pruning your roses. So I hope this makes sense to you guys, how I'm really doing this, how I'm processing it, and how I'm using this system to make my roses look like one large bush. So again, you figure out the height of the rose. Is it 120 centimeters? Well, then we place them 60 centimeters apart. Place one in the corner down here, one here, and one up here, 60 centimeters apart. Then you imagine a circle going between these three roses, and then you prune each rose so they correspond to the circle. You prune each outward facing bud, so they create a nice circle when they're all together. You of course keep some of the inward facing ones also to close that center, to give the illusion of one big rose. And if you do that, you can really create some of those effects where people go, oh, that is a massive rose, because people think, oh, that's only one rose, but really you have let 3 roses or 5 roses grow together. So that's the basic of how I achieve this effect, how I think about it. And as a general rule, dividing the height by 2 is a very good rule of thumb, because it rarely fails you. But as I said before, if an Austin rose has 120 centimeters on it, you're often better off looking that rose up, because I've had Austin roses that have grown to 200 centimeters, 150 centimeters, 90 centimeters, and they have all had a sign that said 120 centimeters on them. So don't trust the Austin labels that much when they say 120 centimeters, because 120 centimeters with Austin roses usually just means that they don't know what the height is, and they have just like done an approximate of it. So a lot of different rose companies aren't actually that good at writing their heights, and a lot of different plant nurseries just gives you a very approximate height. And also, if you have different kinds of soils, they can actually impact how big the roses get. Things tend to get a bit smaller on sandy soil, and on clay soil they tend to get a bit larger. So keep that in mind. But it is not much, it is like 10 centimeters or something like that. But you could keep that in mind. So yeah, guys, that is how I think about it when I want to make 3 roses appear as 1 rose. I create this effect, as you know, 3 roses stuck in a triangle. You find the height, divide by 2, then you imagine a circle in the middle, and then you kind of just cut your roses to the outward facing bud that corresponds with the circle. So you don't cut each rose individual like a circle. You imagine a circle that the 3 roses share in common, and then you cut along that circle. That's very important, because you are not pruning these roses individually anymore. You are pruning them together as an imagined circle. So yeah, guys, I apologize for all the terrible drawings in this video. I really wish I had one of those pencils you can use for drawing with, but this was the best I could do. But as I said before, what I often do when I want to find the height or the width of something is I go to Help Me Find. I go to maybe a few different rose shops, and I kind of look like, what do they say that this height is? If they're kind of like one is going like 100, the other is going 110, then I tend to do 105 and just divide by 2. Don't worry if you get everything right from the get-go. You'll often get it right 9 out of 10 times following this rule. Sometimes there can be some historic roses, there can be some other kinds of roses that get very vertical compared to how wide they get. Something like the Paul Néron rose is a good exception to this rule, and a lot of the other roses that don't really follow a typical growth pattern would be exception to this rule. But for most of the roses, you can follow this rule. So I hope this is helpful. And again, I apologize for all the terrible drawings, but I think you people can get the point of what I'm trying to tell you. So that's how I do it when I want to make 3 roses appear as one. So take care out there, guys.